Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you my prayer journals and how I set them up. I wasn't quite sure when Bridget approached me on making these how I wanted to, or what I wanted to use rather. The inspiration for this actually came as I was texting her in Walmart one day and telling her that people weren't being very encouraging on my idea of wanting to do this. And I happened to look up in the school section and saw this. Now, it just kind of hit me that, you know what, that is very true. Inspirational, and I couldn't have asked for a better sign from God that this is what He wanted me to do. So, I went ahead and bought this, and I'm showing you volume 2 here just because I wanted to show you what the tag looked like. So you could see that it was made from Dayspring. It is a ruled journal and it's large bound and it's 160 pages. And even though I thought it's bound in a very unique way, I'm still going to use it as a smash book kind of prayer journal and have all kinds of fun stuff added in there. Envelopes, tags, art, all kinds of fun stuff. I just was really encouraged by the quotes and things on there and the verses on there that I couldn't pass these up. So let me show you how I divided this up. The second volume, this is actually the second volume of my prayer journal. I divided it into sections. The first one in volume 2 is memorize, and the second one is art. Now when you open this up, you have this journal belongs to page, the dedication page. I may go over this with scrapbook paper or something else that suits my fancy. I just haven't decided on that yet. I'm kind of waiting for the urge or the inspiration to strike me before I move further. On memorize, I just kind of picked some very cute image art that was on the computer and printed it out. And as you can see, I left a lot of open space, so when I want to add something or kind of add some more dimension to it, I can. And my plan on this is to make little like business cards, kind of like making a tag or something that's not very big. These are some of the tags that I'm going to be, or cards that I'm going to be using. But I figured if I can cut out, like, maybe write the verse that I want to memorize first on some sticky notes, and then kind of memorize it, and then as I memorize it, I can make these really cute, like, ATC cards to show that I've memorized it, and kind of make it really cute and outstanding, and, that kind of thing. I haven't decided I've decided on my first quote, I just have not written it down, or my first verse, I have not written it down, and so that hasn't happened yet. Still a work in progress. Art. This happens to me more than I know, where sometimes you just look up and go, I know that was you, God. Thank you. You were looking out for me. So I just wanted that on the cover of art. And this, I started using my prayer journal, didn't have the tabs at the top, wrote in the wrong section. But this section is basically going to be where I find cool, inspirational Christian art. So I really love this image of Jesus just looking up at the sky. Looks like he's contemplating life, maybe praying to his Father. I just thought it was a really cool picture. And this one, is that not true? Is that not all of us? But I love it. I love it. And he's saying, trust me, because he's got bigger and better things planned for you. And in our human selves, we just don't want to give anything up. So I thought that was really cool. So I'm going to stick a bunch of pictures and things of that in there. The first volume, I've made this one my first volume because of the encouragement that I received. Again, I've broken it down into sections. This one is going to have family, friends, and world. So we open this one up. Again, just haven't decorated it. Saw this really pretty angel on Pinterest, and I just really loved her, so I just printed her out on photo paper and wanted to put her there so that I could see her as a sign of encouragement. This is probably the most decorated page out of my journal so far. I picked two very inspirational quotes here and here because they really spoke to me. There is also something really personal. I don't know if you can make that out. It's supposed to be a jewelry charm. It's got the date 4/30/13 on there. That actually is the date that I started going to therapy. The reason I chose these quotes and everything was 2 years ago I really struggled with depression. And it was a really hard time. I really did not want to do anything, talk to anything. It did not go as far as wanting to harm myself or harm others, but it was a work in progress. I still am. So the family section I've divided up. How I divided this up was I decided I wanted to use clouds. It's just a simple cloud punch that I had in my stash, and then I used this silver glitter glue to line my clouds because every cloud has a silver lining. Cheesy maybe, but I love it. So as you can see, I started using this, and I've used a pocket and a tag so far. I've got a section for me, a section for my husband, a section for my children, and then when you move on to friends, again, more open space. 2 verses that have to deal with friendship that I found and put in there just as inspiration, and you know. So I put 3 tabs in friends. Personal, Facebook and social media, because you have people on Facebook and social media that are constantly asking for prayer requests. People that you really don't know real personally, but you kind of know that, you know, since they're asking for help, that you need to pray for them. And work. For people at work, because there have been some things going on there that people need prayer for. This one is for world. So this is where I'm going to write down all my prayers for world leaders. Obviously all of the earthquakes and tsunamis and everything that has happened. I want to write that down so I can remember to include them in my prayers, because every miracle in the Bible started as a problem, and even though I pray for it, it may not end the way that I want. Not my will, but yours be done. So those are the 2 volumes of my prayer journal and how I've broken those up. I've gotten this little clamshell case. What I plan on doing is writing my prayer requests in normal colored ink, so blue or black, whatever pen I happen to be able to find. Urgent prayers I'm going to write in red, and when the prayer is answered, I'm going to highlight it in purple. I have some more highlighters, probably going to highlight the ones that were partially answered in blue, ones that weren't answered according to our thoughts or how we wanted it answered will probably be in yellow, and prayers that have gone unanswered won't be highlighted. So these right here are just some tags or some cards that my father sent me that I thought would be really pretty to use inside the journal. And I love sunflowers, so more tags, and then I have some post-it notes in here. My original plan was to color code answered prayers with these. but I'm not quite sure that that's the route I'm going to go. Still a work in progress. So there is everything that I have. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will obviously link Bridget's video to her prayer journal down below. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down. And thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed day.